Imagine working for 10 years in a government job or at a non-profit and making all your student loan payments, just so one day you can finally breathe and have that loan forgiven. Well, that's the promise of Public Service Loan Forgiveness Program in the United States. But now, that particular promise must be changing and really fast. Under United States President Donald Trump's administration, the PSLF program is facing a major transformation. The Department of Education, following an executive order signed by none other than Trump back in March, is preparing new rules that could block certain organizations and their employees too from loan forgiveness altogether. And now people are really worried. First, what is PSLF and why is it so important? The PSLF program was created in 2007 to help public servants like teachers, firefighters, nurses, and non-profit workers to pay off their student loans. If they work for a qualifying employer and make about 120 monthly payments, that's 10 years worth, the rest of their loan is wiped really clean. For many people working in low-paying but essential jobs, this program has been life-changing. But now there is a storm brewing. Let me tell you what's changing now. The Trump's administration want to give the Education Secretary the power to decide which employer counts and which one doesn't. Under the proposed changes, any organization the government deems to be involved in illegal activities could be kicked out of PSLF eligibility. That means even if you're doing your job properly, your loan forgiveness might be denied just because your employer is suddenly blacklisted. And here's where it gets really controversial. The draft proposal includes broad and vague categories like organization allegedly helping with the immigrant violation, being linked to terrorism or loosely, or even violating anti-discrimination law, specifically related to transgender rights. Critics say that this kind of language could be misused for political reasons, targeting entire cities, non-profits, or advocacy groups that clash with the government ideology. People are worried because the PSLF program already has a history of being confusing and hard to access. Many borrowers have been told for years that they are on the track, only to find out later that their employer don't actually qualify, even when the government previously said that it did. Now, with this new proposal, tens of thousands of borrowers could suddenly lose eligibility just because of where they work, not how they work. Financial aid experts and advocacy groups are sounding the alarm. In fact, a university financial aid director said that this particular move could disqualify entire civil structure, including local governments or city-run agencies. And wait, there's more. Technical failures are also adding to the chaos. While all this policy debate is unfolding, the Government of Education is also facing major technical issues. They have reportedly paused updates to PSLF tracking due to the system failures, staffing cuts, and data errors. That means that borrowers can't even check their forgiveness program really properly, leaving people confused, anxious, and in doubt. The online PSLF tracker exists, but many people say that it's either outdated or it is not working as it should. Now, hopping on the solution, what can borrowers do? Well, experts are urging people already enrolled in PSLF to stay alert. Talk to your loan advisor, make sure that your employer still qualifies, and keep track of every payment and document, just in case the rule shifts again. Remember, this proposed change is still going through the regulatory process and final decision might take until July 2026. But the time to prepare is now. But you know what? This isn't just about student loan. It's about the role of government in deciding who deserves help and who doesn't. It's about how policies can change overnight based on political views. And it's also about thousands of workers who took jobs with the promise of future loan forgiveness and now they might be left behind. Well, if the Trump administration's version of PSLF becomes law, the very foundation of public service rewards could crumble. And that's a conversation every American student and worker needs to be a part of. In the end, a single rule change could put thousands of dreams and dollars hanging. The future of student loan forgiveness is actually hanging in the balance.